Kate here from Kate's Creations. I'm bringing you a Christmas craft video. Today we are going to learn how to make Christmas cutlery holders in the shape of little Santa suits. Let's get into it. So for this project you're going to need a toilet paper roll, some red paper, some black paper, some silver paper, a hole punch, a pair of scissors, some glue, and a glass or some sort of round object that you can trace. Now I will also be using a paper cutter for some of the cutting parts of this tutorial. That's just going to make my life a little bit easier. If you don't have a paper cutter, you can use a ruler and a pair of scissors with this. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so first thing you want to do is take your red paper, and now I would actually recommend with red paper using a red paper that's got both sides of red. I actually couldn't find my double-sided red paper, so I am using this one instead. It will still look really cute, but just for a little bit more of a finished look, I would recommend using a red paper that's got red on both sides. Now, what we do is we're basically using the loo roll or the toilet roll to roll the red paper around and give us a tube. So what we're doing is rolling that round, very simple, and then just gluing. I'm just going to glue, I'm not doing that very well, am I? Just gluing that strip down like that. And here is one I prepared earlier. Now, after we've got our tube and it's completely dry, we're going to take it and we're going to flatten it down. Just going to flatten it all the way down like this. And flatten the sides like that. Now, either before you roll it or after you roll, it's really up to you. You can decide how long you actually want your paper to be. Now, I usually go about the same size as my toilet paper roll, but an easy way to determine what size you want is to actually grab your cutlery, because this will be a cutlery holder, and decide how long you want it. So as a bit of a test, I'm just popping my cutlery in my glue roll just to get an idea of the size. I'm pretty happy with that. You still get your cutlery sort of poking out the top there, so I'm just gonna yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer. So this piece of paper is around, I think this is a 15 centimeter square piece of paper. 15, yeah, it was a 15 centimeter square. So depending on how long your cutlery is, you can decide how long you want your piece. So I'm just going to stick with that for now. Now what we're going to do is cut out a little bit of a curve in the top and the bottom of the paper here. So we take our cup or our round object and we're just popping it. As you see there, we're just popping the cup and we're lining the curve up to the corners of that, just to the corners of that piece of paper there. And I can grab a pen or a score or whatever you would prefer, and just mark that section out, and then I'm going to do the same on the top. Now we're going to cut this part and this part out. Okay, now we've got our little sections cut out. What we're going to do is make a little belt and a buckle. So this is going to end up looking a little bit like a Santa suit. So we'll pop this section aside for now, and we're bringing in our black card. So I'm going to use a piece that's about, probably about 3 centimeters long. So like I said, you can cut this out with either a paper trimmer or a pair of scissors. I'm just using the paper trimmer because it's a lot easier and I have one here. So I'm going to go, yeah, we'll go 3 centimeters, or 3 centimeters wide for this strip. So just cut that. Now to figure out how long you need it, we take our little cutlery case here, and we're just going to measure to see how far across it is. So this one is just under 7 centimeters. So what's that? 6.5, 6.7. No, 6.8. That is. All right. The 6.8 across. So what we're going to do is now put that aside again. Take this piece and measure 6.8 across this way, and just cut that strip. Snip that down like that, so you've got your little strip there. Now what we're going to do is make our little belt buckle. So I've got my scrap piece of silver paper here. So you only need a really small piece of paper for this, so I'm just using some scrap silver paper that I had lying around. So our belt buckle, sorry, our belt strip was 3 centimeters wide. So we're going to make the belt buckle a little bit bigger. So I might go I'll go 4 centimeters on that one, so it gives us a little bit of overhang. So I'm just going to make a 4 centimeter square on this one, and keep this one square. All right, I'm going to pop my strips to the side. Actually, while we're here, I'm also going to make the middle part of the belt. So this is the excess from the belt strip that I cut before. We're going to make this a square as well. So this was 3 centimeters wide, so we're going to make it 3 centimeters square. All right, so we should have 3 separate little pieces now that we've cut. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take our the extra bit of that black strip that we cut off before, and we're going to make some little buttons. Now the buttons are really easy. We're just going to use a hole punch and punch out holes out of the scrap piece of card. So I'm probably going to make like a 3. So I'll cut a few spares out just in case. I'm probably only going to use 3. So you can use any hole punch for this. I just happen to have this little one lying around here. I think this is maybe a 6 millimeter hole punch, I think. But even if you just got a standard like binder punch, those holes will work nicely as well. So I mean, all these crafts, these Christmas craft videos are designed to do stuff that you should probably have at home or can obtain really easily. You don't, apart from the jewelry videos, you really shouldn't have to go out and buy too much fancy equipment to actually pull these off. So now we pretty much just assemble everything. So you can get our glue here, and actually before you glue everything down, figure out where you want everything to sit. So depending on how big you've made your sleeve, will sort of determine where you want everything. So you want the belt buckle, you don't really want anything to be hanging over, like down over where the cutlery is going to be sticking out. So you can pop, maybe pop your belt buckle about there, maybe make it a little bit smaller, a bit lower I should say. Yeah, it's about good. And then pop him in there like that. Yep, I'm liking that. I think that position's good. So I'm going to glue that down. So I'm just going to okay. So you can see it really is starting to come together as little Santa suit type Christmas sleeve here. And this is a cute little way again to get kids involved in helping with Christmas crafts. Now you could make these, you can make like Santa ones, or you can make elf ones. You can make like, you know, you could have the Santa for the adult tables, and you'd have like little green elf ones in smaller sleeves for the kids table. You can use, you know, green or a yellow even for a little elf suit. You know, have some fun with it. This is just a really simple way of dressing up your Christmas lunch or your Christmas barbecue table. Now all we're going to do with these is make some little buttons. So I'm just going to glue these on. So I might try to get them into the middle. So I might do 3. I'm going to position them first just to see. Might do 3, or maybe 4. Maybe 4. Yeah, well, 5's too much. Way too much. Might do 3. All right. And all we do is let that dry, and bingo, you have a very cute little Santa sleeve for your cutlery on Christmas Day. Okay, so once that is all dry, we can put him together. All you do, you take your cutlery, wrap it in a serviette. I mean, you can do this pretty much any way you like, really. So I like to do it. Wrap your serviette, or wrap your cutlery in your serviette, slide him in. And done. You've got the cute little serviette sleeve with your Christmas cutlery in there. There you go. Isn't that just adorable? Little Santa suit, Christmas cutlery for the Christmas table. Alright, I really hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Bye!